Hi, this is Kalia from Crafting on the Fly, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cat hat with my new knitting machine. And it's this is it. I have the Centro, and with all the pieces here, you can select if you want a panel or a tube. So we're going for the tube today. The cranks, and then has little suction cups to actually get it to suction on it. That's the counter, and this one here is the starting one. So just to give you a whole idea how it works, this is my yarn that I've been using, just a medium weight yarn. And you're going to have the white hook to your right, and then you start on the left side, and you're just going to go in and out. So the first one, you're going to catch the yarn with it, and then you're going to skip the next one, catch the yarn on the second or third one, skip, catch, skip, catch, skip, catch, so all the way around like that. Always going front and back with all those needles that come up while you're cranking it over on the other side. So just like that, back and forth, and the end of the yarn is more like hanging on the inside, and I have the yarn itself on the outside there. As you can see the string there on my right side. And just going carefully all around so that you really don't skip anything. So in the beginning you really have to be careful cranking it all up so that you have it perfectly going in and out. And there's the white one, here we are, and that's where I'm just gonna tuck, after the white one, tuck this into there, and then into the middle one of that little thingy there on the bottom to keep it all straight. And then you can press it so that it starts at one, keep the string in the center, and then get a ton of yarn out because it has to be loose, and then you start cranking it away from you and just go round and round and round with your yarn. As I said, make sure that it has enough slack there for the yarn, and just keep on going. And for this one, since you're making the tube, that it's going to be double-sided for this hat. And so what you're doing is, I actually did 100 rows. So the counter is going to tell you that it goes, and I'm just like speeding through here. But it did take me about still only like half an hour to really crank this all out. So just keep on going. And then I actually had a yarn that has different colors coming in. So first I had like the lighter blue, and then hopefully soon see how it's changing into the different colors. And I love how you really see that change when you're going really fast. So keep on cranking until you have 100 rows. And if you want to have more of a slouchy hat, then you can do like 120 since you're doubling up, so that doesn't give you that much more. But since it is the cat ears, I wanted to sit tight on my hat and not be too loose, so that you actually can see the cat ears. So here I'm almost done getting into all the colors. And so in the end, once you have 100, you have to take it off. So you're just gonna go in with you cut off a long tail, really long one, since you also want to do the cat ears, and then just go in and take each stitch off the needle there. So I'm actually cranking it, getting that needle, see that stitch that came off there, and you're putting it on like this, crank the next one, and then just keep going round and round. And then I was getting more adventurous and did a few at a time. But be careful that you don't lose any stitches, so that you actually have them all on your needle. So you're doing that all the way around. And then you have a long tube, and then you can just stretch it so it actually has that nice stretch. And then decide what side you want on the inside and which one on the outside. And I actually had to pull this a little bit tight first, just to make sure that it's all nice and even there. Like that. And then since we're doubling it up so that the inside is the same as the outside, you have to, like I said, decide which one you want, and then you're just going to pull it in so that you have both ends on one side. Just like that, flatten it out. And if you have a regular beanie, you would just scrunch them all up together so that it's around the top. But since we want to have the cat ears, we have to line them up nicely, all 4 edges there, so that we can sew along the edge there. And actually turned it inside out so that I have all the sewing parts on the inside. Since I decided that the other side is the nicer one for the outside. But like I said, you can decide which one you like better. Maybe you just make it in one color. Anything goes, really. And so here I have all the sides, and put on the needle for that on that long tail that I left when I cut it off. And then just starting to sew them all together. And it's better if you go a little below your last stitches, because those first and last stitches are very loose, and so you want to go into the tighter ones so that you have a clean edge there along the top. So this one's going to be inside, and then you just have to really get all 4 layers lined up. Go through all of them with your needle. So that's why I'm like separating them, so that I can make sure to actually get to the correct stitch there. And like I said, go further in. You can even undo a few of the top stitches there, so that you're having a tight edge on the top. And that's all I did, just going back and forth, tighten it up, go close to each stitch too, don't leave a big gap, just so that it all lines up. So I did it all along there. That's going to be inside, turning inside out. We have a nicer edge over there, and now you just have to sew along the ears so that you have your little cat ears. And here too you can decide how big you want those cat ears to be, and then just turn it over so that you have your trim there. So that's where you're going to put the cat ears, still using the same yarn. You can just go from that corner there, and then also go back and forth like that to get those ears going. And you don't have to stuff them or anything, because with the 4 layers that you have, if you're really using like medium weight yarn, it's going to be thick enough to just stand up and be the cat ears all by itself. So it's just going that all along the edge. And there's your first cat ear. It's so cute. And then it's just going along the top, and I caught a few of the like higher strings that were coming out from the inside still. You can do that while you're going along the edge anyway. And then just look how far you'd gotten on the other side, so that it's the same. You can even fold it over and mark it, but I just went by what I looked like it would be okay. And there's the second one. And even though it looks like you can see the stitching there, but you really cannot see it inside. Then just fasten it off and hide the tails in the ear on top. And then cut your string, and that's it. Your cat hat is done. It's really an easy project. It's beautiful, came out really nice. And please give me a like and a comment, and let's see how you make your own. Thank you.